This is the Las Vegas guard-gated real estate market update for October 2025. Today, we'll take a deep dive into the data and also give you our number one piece of advice for sellers looking to maximize their returns. But first, here's an overview of the guard-gated market. At the end of October, there were 495 homes for sale, a 4% decrease from September, and a 25% increase from last October. When the month ended, 105 homes were under contract, showing a 5% monthly increase and a 35% yearly increase. 77 homes sold last month, up 17% monthly and also 17% yearly. Finally, there were 32 expired listings, homes that failed to sell, up 39% monthly and up 78% yearly.
Now let's break things down by price point using our months of supply chart. Months of supply is one of the most reliable indicators for gauging the balance between supply and demand in any housing market. It measures how long the current inventory would last at the existing sales pace, expressed in months, not the number of homes for sale. About 7 months of supply is considered a balanced market. When supply falls below that level, it becomes a seller's market where prices tend to rise. When it rises above, it shifts to a buyer's market where prices may decline. The further months of supply moves from this midpoint, the stronger those price movements tend to be. So, are we in a buyer's market or a seller's market? That depends on the price range of your home. We're seeing months of supply in the double digits for half of the price ranges that we track, meaning those segments are well into buyer's market territory. However, months of supply now sits at about 6 or 7 months for homes priced under $2 million and between $2.5 and $3 million. So these segments are more balanced. As far as deals go, 38% of October sales were cash purchases, down from 45% in September.
Next, let's talk about days on market. There are 2 ways to measure this: total days on market and days on market from the last price. For example, if a home is listed for 6 months, gets a price reduction, and then sells 10 days later, we'd say it sold in 10 days from its last price. This metric shows how long it takes a property to sell once it's priced right. In October, 56% of homes sold within 30 days of their last price. 91% sold within 90 days of their last price, and 6 homes, 8% of the sales, took longer than 90 days. We like to look at the properties that took over 90 days to see if there's anything we can learn from these outliers. This home in Southern Highlands sold for $2 million in 92 days. This home in McDonald Highlands sold for $4,300,000 in 150 days. This home in Ascension, which is a brand new community, sold for just over $2.5 million in 159 days. This home in McDonald Highlands sold for about $8.4 million in 181 days. This home in Southern Highlands sold for $12 million in 349 days. This home in McDonald Highlands sold for $13.4 million in 373 days. Half of these properties were priced over $8 million. They're in the ultra-luxury segment where we usually see the timeline trend a bit longer.
Homes that were priced to sell fared well last month. 2 homes sold above their original price: 563 Overlook Rim Drive in McDonald Highlands and 893 Norwood Heights Lane in Heritage at Stonebridge. 7 homes sold at their original price. Finally, 7 homes had their price lowered than sold at the full new price. When it comes to discounts that buyers received off the last price, here's the breakdown. 38% of homes sold between 0.1 and 5% below asking. 26% sold between 5.1 and 10% off. And 14% sold for more than 10% off.
When we look at October's numbers, 56 of the guard-gated homes that sold were built before 2015. The other 21 homes, about 27% of last month's sales, were built in 2015 or later, which is right around the time modern design really started to take off. That's when quartz countertops, frameless cabinets, and features like large pocket doors became the new standard. Just like a new car, newer homes demand higher prices. Homes built in 2015 or later sold for a median of about $610 per square foot, compared to $387 per square foot for older homes. That's a 58% premium for newer properties. Older homes can still achieve premium prices on par with newer homes when they're thoughtfully refreshed and presented well. We looked at the 8 homes built before 2015 that sold for higher than $600 per square foot. 7 of them were either recently renovated or already had modern features like pocket doors and smart home technology. And the 8th one sits on a special mountainside lot. When you remove the 7 renovated properties, the median price per square foot drops to $345 for homes built before 2015, which further widens the gap and puts the premium for the newer builds at 77%. Homes are still selling in this market regardless of age, but if you want to increase your sales price and put more money in your pocket, we can help you decide which updates or improvements are worth the investment. Call us anytime at 702-605-7482, and if you'd like these insights delivered to your inbox each month, head to robjensen.com and sign up for our newsletter.